Hi, I'm CMC Mike Micheli, Nav Sub School, here today for the Submarine Movie Podcast. Just here with Senior Chief Dave Lee and Chief Frank Troncalli to talk about our favorite submarine movies as we gear up for Sub Ball, which is the theme this year is submarines on the silver screen. I just think also, you watch the movies and it's all like Brad Pitt looking guys playing these submariners, and that's not what we look like.
Oh, no, not
down
at
Periscope, you got that nasty electrician, Nitro.
Yeah.
Or Mike, the big, overweight, gross, nasty cook with the Band-Aid in the soup or whatever, or the fingernail, the Band-Aid holding the fingernail on that all end up in the food.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully.
I found some weird stuff in meals on submarines before.
You got the overzealous XO. Played by Rob Schneider, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
Pascal.
So we had the squeegee, right? For the showers, for the walls. You got to make sure the cooks didn't bring the squeegee in there, the same one.
Oh yeah.
That they were using. Back in Alabama time.
Yeah. That's so gross. Yeah.
What did they also do? They did the walking the plank, right?
Oh yeah. It's like a halfway night.
Yeah, halfway night thing. Yeah.
All the goofy stuff, the parrot on his shoulder.
Oh, geez.
What else? They saw women in submarines before any of us ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took some time.
Yeah, it was like 10 years later, 15 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least they got the right uniform one, the real ones, not the movie where they put an extra small on the female character.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little inappropriate.
Yeah, it was really inappropriate.
What was your favorite part in the movie?
I think the favorite part was, like I said, representation of each rate. Like, you got sonar, who was like listening on the hull, making whale noises. I thought that was pretty funny. Let's see, you got the mechanics who are disgruntled. That's normal life. I mean, I'm a machinist mate by trade, so we're normally disgruntled all the time. So that's pretty funny. And the electricians that are just trying to make it work, putting one foot together. Putting one foot out, connecting the cable, and then making sure there's a closed circuit. So he gets electrocuted, but it's hilarious.
Circuit worked.
Yeah, made the circuit work. Yeah.
Well, my favorite movie was Crimson Tide. So I was on the Alabama back in 2012 to 2016.
Did they just play it on repeat in cruise mess?
It was every halfway night. Crimson Tide was playing on the cruise mess. So of course, I had to watch it my first one or two times, but I had to slow down. So every new person, that was their halfway night movie. Every new check-in. I will say that a lot of it, wasn't super true on how an SSBN works. But, when they did get what they said, EAM, that, was flashing, people just running around going to the spots, that was about the same. People running around going to the spots they were supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did you ever ask your captain on the Alabama when he was going to get a dog?
Funny enough is every captain would start off with their speech that they were not going to have a dog. I had so I was on the Alabama twice and had 4 different captains, and every one of them talked about not having a dog.
I think because of that movie is the reason why there's not a single point failure for launching missiles. So based off that movie, now there's multiple layers to make sure that you cannot launch nuclear warheads on someone. So.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But one of the biggest things is, getting that speech from your triad prior to going underway. The same thing that happened on the movie. It was, that's the truth. That happens every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. The big speech. Our favorite thing was the 2-week speech. So our navigator was in charge of that. So before every deployment, we talk about 2 weeks, hyping everybody before we went underway.
Oh, nice.
Wow. I don't think we did that. My boats.
Yeah, it was sort of kind of got as a joke later on because we just kept saying, because SSBN's in their extensions, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Did you get a lot of steak and lobster tails though?
We had it every once in a while, and it's just like on every boat, that when they do steak and lobster, like, well, here comes that extension letter.
Yeah. It's a month when they break out the hard pack,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Funny thing watching Crimson Tide though, whenever the captain's walking his dog around and it's peeing in a missile compartment, as a junior enlisted, all I could think about was like, it's kind of messed up, man. Who's going to clean that up?
Oh,
I don't want to clean
no.
up some dog pee.
No. Get in the bilge. Could clean it.
It's already bad enough when you find pee in the bilge from some watchstander.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What, you ever saw that?
The scupper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little drain scuppers.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
weren't the best.
688s don't have heads in the engine room, so
No.
watchstanders got to make do.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of gross.
But I know the last 60 minutes of Crimson Tide was pretty realistic. So, the last 60 minutes of the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is?
This last 60 minutes of the timeline. Just kind of the timeline of to the end of the credits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike, what's your favorite?
I don't know, either down Periscope or I've become a fan of Operation Petticoat lately. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that one. But it's a World War II movie. It takes place in World War II, and they're in the Philippines, like right when the war breaks out, and they're trying to all evacuate. And this submarine, the Sea Tiger, gets beat up pretty good, so they got to fix it to get her out. And it's like this mishmash skeleton crew, and the funniest one is they're just pulling anybody they can find on the island to just man this submarine and get underway and get her out of there so she can go fight somewhere. And the person that becomes a supply officer is this, I don't know what you call him, a shady individual, right? That just figures out how to get stuff done. Like he goes out, they need all these parts to fix the boat, and he goes out with this shopping list, and they effectively like raid this warehouse and just steal all this stuff, And the captain's like, "Where did you find it?" He's like, "Do you really want to know that, sir? Like, or do you just are you just happy that you have your stuff?" And they're happy that they have the stuff, and they get the boat underway, and they get away from the Japanese. But at one point, Cobb decides they got to paint the boat during a port call. So they don't have enough of one color primer, and they have red primer and white primer.
Oh, no.
So to use it, they mix it, and they make this pink primer. So the boat is painted pink, but then an emergency comes, and they have to get underway real fast. So they don't get to paint the boat. They just have it primered, and there's this pink submarine going around the South Pacific. And everybody thinks that it's like a myth or it's a bad guy. It's this rogue submarine because nobody would have their boat pink. So like I don't know. It's a pretty funny movie. It's just goofy. I mean, it was made in like the 60s, I think.
That's
Wow.
pretty funny.
But it's pretty good.
Your supply story part of it, as a junior sailor, and you don't have enough lint-free cloths. You make friends with your junior LS, and you say, "Hey, can we go to the other boat's cage to see if there's some lint-free cloths?" Definitely did that a few times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was appreciated as a young sailor. My chief would be like, "Hey, I need this." They're like, "Where do you want me to find it, chief?" I'm like,
Go
"I
get
don't
it."
care.
Yeah.
I need this."
We need it for maintenance.
Okay, I'll be right back. And you tactically acquire
Yes.
Yeah.
We all did.
pieces and parts.
Absolutely.
Consumables, yeah.
Hunter Killer. Hunter Killer is the newest one, right? And
I think so.
I think for Hunter Killer, it's a super tactical, which is kind of gives us a glimpse of like what submarines do. It's just pretty cool without giving like most of the details, but obviously we're not going like 50-degree down angles and like, but
No.
I mean,
No, not on purpose.
not on purpose, yeah. But I mean, the way they kind of like glamorize and showing like submarines are the lethality, I guess, of submarining. It was pretty cool, and spec op, kind of getting the spec op side as well, which is also.
I liked Hunter Killer because it wasn't to scale, but I thought control was a Virginia class control room.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it was a little bigger, like it was a set,
Yeah.
but it was exactly like a Virginia class control room looks. Same with the wardroom, walking around the ship and you saw like the chief's quarters and other spots of the boat. Like, I felt like they did a really good job making the submarine, like, effectively displaying what the submarine looks like. Like Crimson Tide, that was not a submarine.
No,
that they
it
were
was
on.
not.
Like Hunt for Red October, I couldn't really tell where they were in control or even down periscope on the Orlando. Like, that was not a control room.
Yeah, fun fact, in that chief's quarter scene in the beginning, one of my first chief is there. In that,
Oh, yeah? Playing cribbage, was he losing?
No, he was just like staring like at this, like they was like, hey, this is about to happen, and then next thing you know, he's like,
You're the extra.
A real intense zone inspection in the overhead?
Yeah. He was just like zoning out. It was just like, oh, hey, but that's my chief there.
I'm going to go back and watch that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, just one of my go-to things before an underway is at least watch one submarine movie before you go out. Just kind of gets you ready to go. And then I can't remember the whole thing, a couple weeks later. But you always get a little bit motivated to watch some kind of submarine movie before you go underway.
That's true.
Hey, thanks for joining us for the podcast today. We're going sinker.